What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking a look back at the Nintendo Wii. Everyone has one of these things. And if you don't think you do, look all the way back in your shelf. I'm sure you'll find one. The Wii, although underpowered compared to the PS3 and the Xbox 360, was still able to crank out some amazing games. So today, I'm embracing my inner watch mojo and making my own top 10 Wii games of all time. And disclaimer, this list is my own personal opinion, so let's just get right into it. Number 10! LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. In my eyes, LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga is the best LEGO game ever created. LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga is a combination of LEGO Star Wars the video game and its sequel, LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, which spans the first 6 episodes of the Star Wars saga. Number 9. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I have a lot of nostalgia for this game because it was my first Zelda game ever. This Zelda was very different from any other Zelda game because of the dark and creepy tone of it all. It is not all colorful and happy, but oh boy does it have a very great storyline to it. This is one of my favorite Zelda games, and for good reason too. Number 8. Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. This was my first Mario and Sonic game out of many that have been made, and it was amazing to see 2 of my favorite video game franchises to come together in one game. I had always dreamed of Mario and Sonic to come together in one game, but I had never expected it to be like this. In this game, Mario and Sonic and their friends come together to do sports? Nonetheless, this is a really fun compilation of mini-games in one, and I highly recommend this game to you if you're into playing a good multiplayer game. Number 7. Wii Sports, everyone's favorite game. Yeah, I'm still trying to understand why this game is the most sold Wii game of all time. Wii Sports was a pack-in title for most Nintendo Wiis to show off the capabilities of the Wii's motion controls. Wii Sports comes with 5 individual games: tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing. Overall, this is a pretty fun game, but I just can't find myself playing it over an hour before getting bored. There's just not enough content to it. Number 6. Wii Sports Resort is very similar to Wii Sports, but overall a better game in my opinion. This time around, Wii Sports Resort was made as a pack-in title with the Wii to show off the capabilities of the Motion Plus attachment that could be added onto the Wii controller for more accurate motion controls. Wii Sports Resort is also somewhat of a mini-game collection, like Wii Sports, but now instead of having 5 games, there are 12. 2 returning from Wii Sports, bowling and golf, and 10 whole new games, and extra modes that can feel like their own games altogether. I just think this game is a very good sequel to the original Wii Sports. Number 5. Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Box. This game is not very popular, and it is very controversial, but I grew up with this game. I adore almost every part of this game, from the platforming to the cutscenes. It is very cool to see all the Nicktoons come together in one game. Maybe it is just nostalgia, but I think this game is very deserving of being number 5. Number 4. Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii is one of my favorite Mario Kart games of all time. It has introduced so many new things to the series. There's always something new to discover in the game. Because of the freedom of the game, that is the reason it is so easy to find new tricks in the game. Also, this game utilized motion controls. By tilting the Wii remote from side to side, you could turn your cart left or right, which at the time was really cool. This gave Nintendo the chance to make a wheel, so really felt like you were in the driver's seat. Just pop the Wii remote in the wheel and you're good to, it's a piece of plastic. The Wii wheel is really just a cash grab in the definition of a gimmick. But that didn't stop me from having two of them. Eventually, I sold them back, but at the time I thought the Wii wheel was necessary for the game. Overall, this game was very innovative for its time, and is still fun to play today. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, everyone's least favorite Smash Bros. Game. I, on the other hand, loved this game. This was my first Super Smash Bros. Game, and I put hundreds of hours into it. It added many new things into the series, including trophies, final smashes, and even more than that. My favorite part of this game would have to be the story mode, the Subspace Emissary. The Subspace Emissary is so good that it feels like its own game inside a game. I've heard people hating on it though because it is too long, but I think that is just obscene and I think it's the perfect length. The one thing that really hits this mode out of the park though are the cutscenes. God, are the cutscenes so slick and cool. Mario and Kirby fighting on a huge stage in front of a crowd, sign me up for more. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the second game out of the 5 in the series, and I had dedicated my life to trying to figure out why the they keep making more of these things. Each and every game is pretty much the same, but I would say that New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the most unique out of the 5. It was the first game in the series to be on a console and not a handheld, and it reintroduced the Koopa Kids from Super Mario World all the way back in 1990. So it was cool to see them again. This game also includes 3 new items, including the Ice Flower, the Penguin Suit, which is pretty much the Ice Flower but better, and the Propeller Suit. Overall, I would say that New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the best in the series. Alright, so before we get to number 1 on this list, I have some honorable mentions. Rabbids Go Home. Most people would say that the Rabbids are really annoying, and I would agree with them, except for this one game. This game is a great 3D platformer where the Rabbids have to collect garbage to reach the moon. It sounds a little stupid and a little far-fetched, but it is pretty fun. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Although The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword isn't one of my favorite Zelda games, it did a ton right for the series. The concept of the game is pretty fun, but it just wasn't executed well in my opinion. I do think that the game deserves to be an honorable mention though. Sonic and the Black Knight. Although not very popular with Sonic fans, Sonic and the Black Knight is one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. Although the game barely utilizes what Sonic is known best for, his supersonic speed, it is still a very fun game. Number 1. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is a very bold statement, but I would say that Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are my favorite Mario 3D games of all time. How could you not love this game? It has so many creative ideas and interesting concepts. that just all work and make sense. I categorize Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 in one slot because of how similar the games are to each other. They both look the same, they both have the same controls, and the overall aesthetic and feel of the games feel the same. Super Mario Galaxy 2 doesn't feel like a sequel, but like more of an extension to the original Mario game, kinda like DLC. They did this because of how many ideas they had for the original game. They couldn't fit all of it into one game, so they distributed it into two separate games. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 have stunning visuals, amazing controls that feel amazing to use, great level design, an amazing orchestrated music selection, and even more than that. These games were just groundbreaking for their time and really showed off the power of the Wii. What's up guys, and welcome to the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around. If you'd like, hit the subscribe button, and then after that hit the notification bell to get notified every time I make a new video. And after that, hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated, but I still can't understand why they're making so many f***ing new Super Mario Bros. Games.